everywhere, we keep on holding on. And I know for sure, and I know it's sure.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to teach you how I edit my Instagram photos. If you want to take your photo from this to this, then just keep watching. Also, if you guys would like to join my Instagram group for gaining followers and getting tips and tricks from other people, just let me know. The group was a lot of fun. We have contests. There's a lot of people in the group right now. It's really active. So just send me a message on Instagram. My Instagram username is on the top right corner of the screen. And let's get started with the video. So I use Lightroom to edit my photos. When I take my flat lays, it looks like this. I'm probably going to make another video on how to do flat lays and stuff. It's really easy. But anyways, I crop my photo down to this, and this is just how I edit it. Lightroom is super easy to use. You use all these tools right here. I just use these like first 3 squares right here, this whole thing right here. There's more down here, but it's really for like photography and stuff. I use it when I do my photography, but for Instagram I usually use this. So I'm just going to go in and mess around with this. I'm not going to explain in detail all of it because you can figure it out on your own, but it's really easy. One thing that I do want to mention is if you drag something down a lot and you're trying to get it back to where it was, just double tap on your mouse and it'll go back to where it was. So I like to mess around with like the temperature and everything. It just changes the photo. You have to have like, you'll learn how to edit your photos. You have your own style of editing. I have my own style of editing, but I'm just going to show you guys like what I do. I brought the temperature down a little bit, and now I'm going to go to the tint, and you can make it really green or really purple, but that's not what I want. I just want it to look decent, and right now it looks a little green to me, so I'm going to bring it up to like 10. That looks good to me. Exposure is really important. It makes your photo brighter, and it helps it like pop more. So I'd really go in with exposure. Another thing that I do want to mention is I use a DSLR. I use a Canon T3i. And I shoot in RAW, so if you have a DSLR, you want to shoot in RAW because it saves all the colors and stuff. You can still do this with your phone if you take photos with your phone and stuff, but it's really important to shoot RAW if you have a DSLR. And there is an app for Lightroom on, what's it called? There's an app for Lightroom on your phone, but I use just this thing here because it's so much easier to use, and you do need an account from Adobe, but you can share one with your friend or whatever. It's only like $10. So anyways, I'm going to bring the exposure up quite a bit, and it depends on my photo. If the exposure is pretty high, then I don't need to bring it up, but I'm going to bring it up to like 120. Okay, that looks good to me. And if I need it to be brighter later on, then I can just edit it in the app. So yeah, now onto highlights. I bring the highlights up a little bit depending on the photo. It's all dependent on the photo, so you have to figure it out for yourself, how you edit and how you want the photo to look. I like mine to be bright and crisp and colorful. So my shadows are going to bring it down a bit because it's going to make the black pop. You'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to put my whites up a little bit, my blacks down. That's down too much. Alright, so I like how this looks. Now onto clarity. It's easy to use clarity. You don't want to go up too much because it's going to make your photo ugly like that. So I go up just a little bit. 25 is good. See, it makes the photo more crisp. And I'm not going to mess around with vibrance or saturation because I like the colors in this photo, so I'm just going to keep it at that. So anyways, I save my photos and then I just upload them to Dropbox to edit on my phone because I use 2 apps on my phone, so I'm just going to do that now. First app that I use on my phone is called VSCO Cam, and I just go through the different filters until I find one that I like. I go back and forth, and I use different filters for every photo. Some people just use a certain filter for every photo, but I like to edit my photos like a certain way. I find that I use the A6 filter in HB1 and HB2 a lot, but I'm just going with HB2 here, and I'm going to go down a little bit on it so it's not like too filtery. That's not even a word. Like, so it doesn't look, it's not as strong. Yeah, okay, so it's not as strong. So I just go down a little bit until I find one that I like, and you can see before and after the photo. It makes the blacks more blacker, which is what I wanted on this photo because it looked a little pixelated, and that just makes it look a lot better. So now I'm going into settings, and I mess around with exposure sometimes. Sometimes I leave it as is. You can figure out what you want to do with your editing style. Like I said, it's your photo, so you have to figure out what looks best to you. And after you play around with it for a while, you'll figure out like your style of editing and everything. For contrast, I usually go up one on my contrast. I usually go up like 1 or 2. I don't usually go down. And there's tons of other tools in this app that you can use, but I use temperature as well, and you can make it like really yellow or really blue. Usually I edit my photos to be more blue. I just like it that way. It's totally up to you. You can make them more yellow, and there's just like tons of other options, like I said. So after I save the photo, I go into Facetune, which is an app. I think it costs $1.99 or something. I don't know, I got it for free. So usually what I do in this, I use the whiten tool, and I use the patch tool or the smooth tool. But now I'm just whitening the parts on the photo, and you can see the whitening tool, it works really well. And I like to go like zoom in and out and see how it looks, because sometimes it looks a little too white. So I just go around and just whiten it up everywhere. And you can see the before and after if you use the little square tool at the bottom right hand of the corner. You can't really, I don't know if you can see the parts where I'm whitening now because I'm not zoomed in, but sometimes I zoom in and sometimes I don't. So now I zoom up in on the text where it says Amy Winehouse, because I want to whiten that a little bit, and I just go over the like little lines on the right and left side, and it makes it pop a lot. It seems like it's just like a little bit, but it makes it pop a lot, as you can see. And you can always use the erase tool if you have to. I think with other apps they don't have the erase tool, so that's why I really love this app, because if I make a mistake, I can just erase it. So I like how the whitening tool looks. So now I'm going to go with the patch tool, because there's like a little splotch right there on the element that I don't like. So the patch tool just like covers it up. You'll see what it does. And now you can see the before and after. It looks a little bit weird up close, but when I zoom out, it looks a lot better, as you can see. So yeah, that's pretty just much how I edit my photos. There's other tools in this app as well, but I don't use them. If I'm editing selfies, maybe I'll use a smooth tool, but yeah, you can just figure out what you want to do to your photos, because if you don't like them too white, then this might not work for you, but this is just what I do, and I edit my photos completely different every time. So this is just an example of one photo, but I hope this video helped you out. If you did like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos, and don't forget to follow my Instagram. It's on the top right hand of the screen, and I'll have it in the description. Thanks for watching. Bye!